Let's move on to the last team, Kansas City Chiefs. The most exciting team in this division, no doubt. It is pretty obvious for fantasy standards, but we'll get into it anyways. Cap or no cap? Starting with QB1, Patrick Mahomes. Cap or no cap, Patrick Mahomes' floor is a top 3 quarterback, barring an injury.
No cap.
No cap.
No
That's
bad.
pretty easy.
Yeah.
It's hard to make
I mean,
it
when's the last season you finished outside of the top 3?
Probably 2019 when he was injured with the ankle for a couple of games.
Man, that don't count. You said barring injury.
All right. Well, he still finished outside top 3. He was number 8, and he only missed 2 games. So he probably would have been
a lot of points.
He probably would have been outside the top 3.
There's no case to be made that he hasn't shown otherwise why he shouldn't be top 5 at least.
Yeah, his floor is top 3.
And they signed the 2 ends for the offensive line that they were missing in the Super Bowl. So it's same team minus Sammy Watkins. I think they'll be fine. He'll be fine. More than fine.
I agree.
All right. Cap or no cap? CEH, Clyde Edwards-Helaire will have the season we expected last year as a rookie this season and finished top 12.
I'm cap.
I want to say no cap.
Let's roll it. I wish we rolled the clip from last season.
Yeah, I loved Clyde Edwards-Helaire last season.
I drafted him number 8 overall. It didn't turn out very well.
I still like him as a player. I do think he's going to be good. It's
definitely helps that they got rid of Le'Veon.
Yeah, it's tough for me to justify drafting him in the top 12. But I do think he has the potential to finish top 12, no doubt. He's going to be on an elite offense. Le'Veon's gone. The backup is still Darrell Williams. So you're not really scared of him losing that many touches.
How about the guy who opted out?
Damian Williams. He's on the Bears, I believe.
Oh. But his lack of touchdowns is what was killing him.
He's on the Bears.
But he's on the Chiefs, so he has the upside just because they score a lot.
Yeah, he only had 5 touchdowns last year. That probably won't go down. So
yeah, when Le'Veon wasn't there, I'm pretty sure he had at least 10 PPR points in the first 5 games or 6 games. But he wasn't scoring any touchdowns, so he was just getting a lot of volume, and I think that's going to happen again. And if he finds the end zone more often, he could easily squeak into the top 12. I think I have him ranked 17 though. He's in that tier with Cam Akers and all those running backs. I have
him leading that group that you're talking about. I have him at 12.
I got him at the tail end, right behind Miles Sanders. So I can move him up a little bit, but I like CEH.
A little bit.
It's tough. They're all kind of in the same tier for me. So, all right, last cap or no cap. Travis Kelce should be drafted in the first round in all 12-team or higher leagues for PPR.
Cap. I think
no cap.
I've made myself believe that this is going to be a down year for Kelce, and then when we talked about it earlier, I don't think he's gonna get a Lamar season out of. He's gonna give us a Lamar season where we're drafting him so high now. Because I don't know if people were drafting him first round last year, maybe. Or second round at least.
Second round for sure last year.
Yeah,
first
that's
round.
where I think he should go.
But how much?
First 3 picks into the second round.
Can't get higher than first.
His current ADP is 9th overall.
I'm just a firm believer that you should grab your running back.
Yeah. I want to see the teams
at the end, and they're all gone. But I respect it. I think I'm saying no cap. If Travis Kelce's sitting there and I'm between Travis Kelce or Devontae Adams, Tyreek Hill, I think I'm honestly going tight end at this point. Tight end, grab the most elite tight end. You're going to have a 10-point advantage every week compared to grabbing a wide receiver in the next round or 2 rounds later that's going to average 2 or 3, maybe 4 points less per game. Travis Kelce's the biggest advantage in the league. And I don't think they lost Sammy Watkins. I don't think they added any more weapons. Travis Kelce is going to be used a ton in the red zone. I don't see any reason, barring an injury, that he's not going to be absolutely elite.
I agree.
I don't know. I'm going to find reasons to make this the other way around, but not right now.
Good luck. All right, let's get in some questions. Is Tyreek Hill your number 1 wide receiver heading into this season?
Yes, sir.
If Aaron Rodgers plays for the Packers, he's not. He's not even number 2, number 3, but he is number 4.
You are high, my friend. Who do you have over Tyreek Hill?
Your boy DeAndre Hopkins,
Hugh loves Diggs.
I
Dig?
disagree with that this year.
Me too.
Diggs, and Devontae Adams.
The only person I would put over would be Devontae Adams if Rodgers is healthy and playing for the Packers and satisfied with playing for the Packers.
All right, so we're asking for a lot.
So I have Adams right now,
That's
number
wishful
one. I
thinking,
do think
Sean.
Rodgers eventually probably plays for the Packers. It's tough to think about what package you trade for getting Aaron Rodgers, but I have Tyreek Hill number 2. So you could easily make the argument for number 1.
He's number 1.
He's elite.
Numero
Elite.
uno.
Tyreek Hill, draft him.
Yeah, draft a
Draft him.
woman beater. Put him in the.
Wow.
Yo, would you
God.
chill?
Put him
man?
in the. Put him in the
Felon bracket.
Felon bracket. Throw him in the felon tank.
All right.
Throw him in jail.
We already talked about CEH a good amount, so let's move on to, is this finally the year Mecole Hardman becomes an integral part of this offense now that Sammy Watkins is gone? Also, shout out to @FimboZosh, my boy Frankie. He also submitted this as a question asking if he has confirmed their wide receiver 2. What do you guys
I
think?
believe he should be. I've liked Mecole Hardman for a little while now, and I just really feel like he hasn't ever had the opportunity to shine because Sammy Watkins was there. Mahomes is always spreading the ball around. But I feel like they definitely have their solid 3 this year in Kelsey, Tyreek, and Mecole Hardman. So I expect them to have a very big year compared to his past couple years.
Yeah,
I
so
like him a lot.
I guess you're technically asking if he's gonna be number 3 because Kelsey, if
Yeah.
you're calling him a receiver, but
Yeah.
you don't like Byron Pringle.
I do like Byron Pringle. That's why I would say there's still a little bit of hesitation. Byron Pringle's pretty Mahomes is going to throw to who's on the field. So Hardman's he's going to be their number 2 to start. We've seen him kind of be inconsistent. Demarcus Robinson could still get some play as
I was
well.
trying to think of who else was on that team.
And Byron Pringle,
I always
we've seen him
forget
have a
that they
couple of
have
games
so
here or
many
there.
receivers,
So
no matter who they get rid of.
They're all like the same type player.
yeah,
Like,
they're all very
small,
similar.
fast guys.
So I do think
Works.
Mecole Hardman is wide receiver 2, but I'm not super confident that he's going to be that fantasy relevant. It's like it's Mahomes, it's Kelsey, it's Tyreek, and then it's CEH, and then after that, you're kind of just hoping that that's the next option.
Bye-week fill-in.
Yeah, I think he's more of like a plug and play flex at best, as of right now. All right, where are you targeting Mahomes in your drafts?
I'm not targeting at all because I know if I want them, I'm gonna have to absolutely reach, and
gonna have
it's
to pay
just
up.
like not even worth it. Like you said last year, what was the difference between number 1 and number
60.
whatever?
60 points.
60 points. That's not that big of a gap. So I mean, if you get your skill players there, like fill out your roster, get a solid middle of the pack quarterback, I think you're gonna be just fine.
Yeah.
If Mahomes is there 3rd, that's juicy.
Oh
Dude,
yeah,
his
that's
current
juicy.
his current ADP is pretty juicy. He's actually not that ridiculous right now. He's currently being drafted as QB 1, obviously, but 27th overall.
Yeah, see,
So that's the
I
top
thought
of
you
the
were gonna
third.
say anything.
That's
other than
juicy. I would
QB1.
take-
I was gonna say,
If I see Mahomes there in the 3rd round and it's my pick,
yeah, fuck it.
yeah,
scoop
he's
Mahomes.
on my team.
Yeah, I think he's definitely worth the 3rd round pick, especially late 3rd. Like if he falls due all the way down there, and if you already have Kelsey or Tyreek, the stack is so
I have
juicy.
them all.
You gotta go. You gotta go for it.
Have to.
Would you
But it
draft
is
them all
early
if
in
you
draft
could?
season, so we will see Mahomes ADP rise, I assume.
I would draft them all. Q, to answer your question.
I'm glad you heard me.
I would not mind having.
That's
all 3.
wild. I don't know if I would. I don't like 3 players.
Hey,
but
don't
they
you
are
have no
all
reason-
Bro,
Chiefs.
it's the best offense
It is
in
the best
football.
offense.
You drafted all the Saints, so I don't want to hear anything.
Oh,
from
I
you.
didn't draft them. I got
Well, you
stuck
had
with
them all
of
at
them
one
the
point.
end. I picked up Michael Thomas when he was a rookie, and then I had Brandon Cooks already and Drew Brees, and then I needed a bye week running back, so I had to pick up what's his name? I don't even remember. It's Tim Hightower.
Hightower. He was
That
good.
was ages ago. All
That
right.
was so
Anyways,
long ago.
let's get into our bold takes. Q, what do you got for us, or favorite target?
So it's hard for Kelsey. It's gonna be hard for Kelsey to back up the season he just had, or back up the previous seasons he's just had. As he's getting older, I think this year he finishes below 80 catches.
Wow.
And that hasn't happened for
Since 2015.
yeah. But now getting on the older side of 30, 31. I thought he was older than that, so forget that. But there's some aroma or energy in the air that I'm smelling that I just don't like about the Chiefs. I think Mahomes is going to be great. There's no negatives about him, but the rest of the team, I already don't like Tyreek Hill enough to be top 1 or 2 or 3.
Dude, you're
There's
going crazy, bro.
There's no denying
it's
Kelsey.
imaginary aroma. You're just tired of the Chiefs being good.
How is Mahomes going to be great if everyone else is going to be bad?
No, I'm not saying Tyreek Hill's going to be bad. Or Kelsey's going to be.
He still has in top 5.
Kelsey's going to be. I have Kelsey number 1. But that just says a lot about the other tight ends that they're not going to beat him even with his decline in receptions. So I just think he's going to drop off. I guess you can say a ton.
That is bold either way. Under 80 catches. Last time that happened was 2015. So
I'll give him 80.
Very bold. We'll see.
You're a madman.
Madman for sure. All right, you guys, what do you got?
Tyreek Hill will finish the season with 20+ touchdowns.
That is wild. That's spicy.
He had 17 last year.
That's so many.
Listen.
It's not that wild.
He had 15 receiving and 2 rushing. Now, bear with me here. He had 87 receptions last year. And he had 15 touchdowns. So that's receiving touchdowns. So that's a touchdown every 6 catches. I like math, so I'm doing this. So if he kept that pace and got 100 receptions, he would have 19 total touchdowns, including the rushing ones. So say he gets the 2 rushing ones, keeps the same pace, gets 100 receptions, he'd have 19 touchdowns. Throw in a punt return, kick return, an extra rushing one, something. But it's possible. It's not that far off.
It's not.
And Sammy Watkins is gone. And he had 55 targets last year. They got to go somewhere.
Yeah, they got to go somewhere. Yeah, the record for receiving touchdowns is 23, and only one other player had more than 20 ever, which was Jerry Rice. So it would be bold. Number 1 was Randy Moss, 23.
Was that the
Tom
Pats?
Brady that season? Yeah.
If Tyreek Hill has 20+ touchdowns, we're doing a best wide receiver of the 2000s bracket.
We're easily doing
next
that
year.
Next year, no doubt.
Because that'll be like 300.
That'll be our off-season pod next year. It's in our back pocket. All right, that's bold. I respect it. I honestly think it could happen with that offense. Matt, hit us with what you got.
All right. So I got something that I found a little interesting. I didn't know this, but I believe Travis Kelce will have his second straight 10+ touchdown year thanks to Patrick Mahomes. And that would only be the 3rd of his career. I feel like he's been too good to not have like double-digit touchdowns in more seasons than just 3. But, 2 so far, assuming he makes it this year. And, I mean, Patrick Mahomes, he's a safety blanket. He's looking for him constantly in the red zone. So I just see him eating all those targets up and scoring a whole bunch of touchdowns.
Yeah, definitely could see it happening. Travis Kelce is a monster. I think he could easily get 10 touchdowns again with those dump offs. But I'll finish us off here. CEH finishes as a top 10 running back this season. His ADP is RB15. I have him at 17, so I'm actually a little bit lower, but I do think he has the potential to be in that top 10. And with this high-powered offense, we just talked about him being the 3rd best pretty much option on this team after Kelce and Tyreek Hill. I think he's going to get that money. He's going to get those touches, and he's going to score more touchdowns this year. So CEH, pick him up, especially at his current draft position.
He'd still have to jump a lot of other running backs to reach top 10 that are going to also have very much improved seasons. Antonio Gibson, Najee Harris, Miles Sanders, Cam Akers, Joe Mixon, I think they're all going to be over. Yeah, it's definitely going to be tough.